Alright, so let's talk about this. This is happening a lot to me lately. I wake up, turn on my PC, sit down, and just stare at my monitor. And for hours, I just stare at my monitor. It's not like I don't have games to play. I just don't get enough motivation to launch up and play a game. My desktop is filled with games. They're all good games and really good games. But instead, I just go and open Google and watch some YouTube. Or maybe scroll down through Reddit. So that is what's happening to me right now. And I searched online and I found out that I'm not the only one here. Many people think that games are boring now. So that is what the video is about, to see if games are really boring. So to dive deep into this problem, I actually went back when I started to play games when I was a kid. Just remembering how I used to play games, it's way different now. Like back then I had this old computer on which I played games on, and games were available in CDs in my country. And I had to wait for months to gather all the money so I can buy that one game I always wanted to buy. And after waiting for a long time just to buy that game, I had no idea what that game is about. But I still played that game because that was all I had. I had to make the best of that game because I knew that was all I had and I have to wait for months to buy another game. Comparing that to now I can buy any game I want. Just launch up Steam, see what games I want, and if I'm not sure about it, there are hundreds of reviews I can check out. So there's a lot of difference in how I used to play games and how I am playing games now. So back then, games being so rare in my life is what actually made it so valuable in my life. So that is one of the reasons why it is so different now and compared to back then. It's because now I can get whatever I want. And even though I have like 14 games lying on my desktop, I still buy new games without even completing the previous I bought. And also extending this topic is COVID-19. Since we have been in lockdown for 1.5 years now, all I did is playing games. We were not allowed to go out and I had nothing else to do. So all I did was playing games 24/7, and I think that is one of the reasons why it's so boring now. Because I have played one game for at least 1.5 years continuously. I mean, I remember when I used to be a kid, I only used to get the weekend to play games. Since I knew that was the only time I could play games, I used to make the most out of it. And then I had to just wait for a whole week to play games again, and I just couldn't wait to jump back in that game. But the case is different now. I mean, I could just play games whenever I want. So that is one of the problems, availability. Games are more available to us compared to back then. And also one of the reasons why gaming feels so boring now is because all the games are so repetitive. For example, if you're a FIFA player, you get the same game each and every year. And if you put it the other way, if you're a Call of Duty player, you get the same game every single year. And you buy it. I buy it. I'm a Call of Duty player and I buy Call of Duty every single year. And last year was just a disappointment. I mean, if you don't have this problem and you're enjoying your games as you used to do, believe me, I'm really happy for you that you still enjoy playing your games. But that is one of the reasons why gaming feels so boring, is because we get the same thing over and over again and we buy it. And in that case, you just don't feel excited. You don't feel excited about a game coming out. You don't feel excited while buying it. And the reason why they don't change a lot of stuff, like Call of Duty does the same thing every year, they don't change a lot, and that is because if they try something new and we don't like it, we won't buy the game. And so they have that risk of going in loss, and they have the risk of losing customers. And that is the reason why we see new game concepts only in indie games. And one of the reasons why we don't feel exciting playing a game is that because we want to relive a moment that we had while gaming. We want to relive that again, which is certainly not possible. For example, we played Last of Us and it was so immersive. We have a memory of that game and we want to relive that again and again. We had so fun playing that game that we want to play it again. And that is what we were expecting from Last of Us 2, which it's certainly not possible. Like, you cannot just make the same game again. I mean, it can be better, it can be worse, but you cannot make the same thing again. And even though Last of Us 2 was better than the previous game, not a lot of people saw it that way. People wanted to relive that Last of Us moment in Last of Us 2, which did not happen, and a lot of people didn't like the game because of that. And that is really unfair to judge a game. Personally, I really liked playing Left 4 Dead with my friends, and I remember playing whole night, talking to my friends, killing zombies, and it was so fun that I want to do that again and again, but it's certainly not possible. I can play with my friend that game again, but I cannot relive that moment I had with them. You can play the game and have a better memory, but you cannot relive that. But in search of that moment, we played different games, like I downloaded World War Z just to see if I can do that. And it did not just feel like the moment I had in my mind. Which is why we hate the game. Because it's not delivering the memory we had with the previous game, and that's a really unfair way to judge a game. Since I had all these problems with games lately, I tried to find the solution. So I went back in time and downloaded all the old games. I downloaded some old games that I haven't played and I wished I played, and I downloaded some of the games that I already played but wanted to replay it. While in the process, I played Resident Evil 4, which really blew my mind. That game is really old, but I still had fun playing that game, even in 2021. I replayed Hellblade, I replayed Mafia, I replayed Firewatch, I replayed the Mortal Kombat, I replayed Halo, I replayed GTA San Andreas, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Half-Life, and in the process of fixing my problem with these games, I had really fun. I had fun playing the old games. It just reminded me of who I was and how did I get here. The solution for me was to play all the games that I wanted to play back then and just to replay the old games. But I will recommend the solution of changing your genre. Like if you're a Call of Duty player, then I would recommend playing some story games like Uncharted or God of War. And if you have played only AAA games, then I would recommend playing some indie games like Undertale, Firewatch. These are some really, really good games. And also, one of the main reasons why we're not so motivated about games at the moment is because we haven't been getting something that breaks the gaming industry. For example, something like Fortnite and PUBG. It literally changed the gaming world, although I've never played Fortnite myself, but I know the impact it had on gaming. It just connected the whole world. People bought consoles, PC and iPhones just to play that game, and the whole world played that game. Everyone was playing it, everyone was talking about it. If you want another example, it's just like GTA San Andreas. It came out, everybody played it. Although it wasn't multiplayer, you could not play it with your friends, but everybody was talking about it. Everyone talked about it, you knew that you were a part of a community that was playing the same game. It connected all of the gamers. We haven't been getting that lately, and I really hope we get that soon. We're getting Battlefield 2048. I really hope that's something that will connect us all as a gamer. So that was it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I don't know how you would enjoy this video, but I really hope you got my point of this video. And if you like the video, just drop a like to this video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys the next time. Bye!